Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 140 of This Week I Shrouded. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm your host, A Greener. With us today, Mr. Wrecked once again.
Hello.
Thanks for being here. And we do have a very small amount of Destiny news. We will be talking about the Shadow and Order delay. And some additional information given to us regarding Guardian Games, Iron Banner, and TWIDs moving forward. And because that's all that we're going to be talking about Destiny related, we are probably going to talk about some other video gaming news because we got big news out of Xbox today. We had a huge state of play out of Sony the other day, or the other night. What else? We got Marathon coming up, and yeah. That's lots of stuff we can talk about. There's probably more too. I can't remember. I never write down a list of things I'm supposed to talk about because I'm a terrible podcast host. Woo! All right. Anyway, let's talk about the big news. The big news being official tweet from Bungie delaying. Oh yeah, I gotta do the giveaways. Never mind. We're going to do the giveaways first. Bad host once again. And then we are going to talk about Destiny and why everything sucks.
Okay. I figure like by episode 140, we'd show a little bit more professionalism. But you'd be wrong.
Yeah. No, that's my fault. That's what happens when... bruh. All right, anyway, we've got some new giveaways for you this week. We added them to the loyalty store. Every week, we are now going to be doing 4 $10 platform gift card giveaways for the foreseeable future. What that means is if you play on Steam, you play on PSN, you play on Xbox, you play on Nintendo, whatever platform has them, you could potentially earn one of 4. So make sure to head out to our loyalty store and utilize your points. Try to pick up some gift cards each week. You can only win one of those 4, so don't buy a million thinking you can win all 4 of them. Well, buy a million. And then you'll definitely probably win one, but not necessarily. Anyway, and then we have our monthly giveaways that we've always had. So we have a $50 gift card going out to one person today, as well as a hoodie going out to one person today, and a shaker going out to one person today. So all amazing, looks great, sounds good. Thank you all so much for spending your loyalty points, hanging out with the SGC. And then if you didn't know, really important, earning loyalty points has gotten a lot easier because we got a ton of new bounties for different games in the SGC Discord. So if you stumbled on this and you were not in our Discord, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Just check us out anyway, shroudedgaming.com/Discord. Huge Destiny community, but we play some other stuff too. And we do a bunch of giveaways for loyalty points, and it's fun. If you're in our Discord already, and you enjoy playing games with us and playing Destiny and playing other things with us, we got a ton of bounties available in a bunch of different places, and they all earn you loyalty points. So ask your staff about them, ask me about them, ask anybody about them, or look around the server. Check it all out. Alrighty. Almost forgot podcast was today. Oh my god, I'm reading chat already. Well, I mean, it's not normally today. We are a day late because we were busy yesterday. Anyway, the winners are 4 $10 gift cards. Well, one of them goes to Drummer Messiah 88. Congratulations. The second one goes to Sir Titty Tots. Congratulations. The third one goes to Slop 7048. Congratulations. And then the fourth one goes to Tribal Drogger. Congratulations. Our hoodie this month goes to Archibald 181. Congratulations. Our SGC Advanced GG Ice Shaker going to TTV_Vipe. Congratulations. Woo! And our $50 gift card this month going. This is a second winner, or a winner that won something already. So a double winner. What do you want to call them? I don't know. Sir Titty Tots, congratulations. You won won the $50 gift card. All right, so you won't see the $50, the hoodie, or the shaker again until after the 15th of March. But a reminder, the $10 gift cards will be available every week for the foreseeable future. So congrats. Get in there now. A lot of you know where it is. If not, like I said, ask in Discord, or if you're in our Twitch chat right now, because we record this live, I just dropped the link. Ta-da! All right, let's move on.
Okay.
We had a beautiful tweet from Destiny. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me bring this up. Well, not beautiful. We had a tweet from Destiny.
Let me summarize for all the listeners. Destiny's dead.
For 6 months. Or 5
Actually pushing up daisies.
months. Okay. Wait. Okay. Where did they tweet that from? I went to the Destiny 2 team. It didn't come from there. Did it come from the actual Destiny account? That's crazy. No way. Really?
I thought on
Oh my god. It was.
actual Destiny account. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to read the actual tweet to you, and then we'll discuss. Okay, so this came out yesterday, February 18th, from @Destiny the Game. It says, our next major update, Destiny 2 Shadow and Order, is undergoing large revisions and will be delayed. This update has been changed and expanded to include sizable quality of life updates, and as a result, will also be renamed. This update will now launch on June 9th, 2026. June 9th. So it's not just a delay, it's a April, May, June. I guess it's only a 3-month delay. I've been thinking about this as way worse than that, but it still sucks. It's still bad, but it's a 3-month delay for a major update, and this is also going to push back the next expansion, which I can't remember whether they called. It had a name.
Shattered Cycle.
Ah, right. Shattered Cycle, whatever that means. Anyway, so that definitely pushed that back because we would have been expecting that this summer. So there's no way it's coming out before this winter. So that's the worst part about this being moved, I think, in my opinion. But we shall see. Anyway, June 9th. We will provide exact details closer to the release covering previously announced weapon tier upgrading, but also additions like expanding the tiered gear to all raids and dungeon activities, Pantheon 2.0, tier 5 stats for exotic armors, and more, which all those things sound great, but still. Through June, we will continue to have routine bug fixes and stability improvements, continued portal modifiers, Guardian games and merch, and the return of more frequent Iron Banner cadence in April. So Iron Banner's returning in April, and then it's going to be returning more frequently, supposedly.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means once a month or more, or less. In terms of communications, we'll be focusing on providing you with updates about our live game content, community activations, and general upkeep through the TWID and our Destiny social channels. Thank you for your continued patience and support. We will have more information on our next major update and future plans for Destiny 2 closer to the launch. See you, Starside. So that's the whole tweet. And one thing that's not necessarily super obvious that I want to point out is we will have more information on our next major update and future plans for Destiny 2 closer to the launch. So what that says to me is basically you're not getting the roadmap that you've all been bitching about until June or close to June. Oh, we'll get it close to June. The point is, that's not close to being released. So I heard people talking about it after this, and I'm just like, it pretty much spells it out. Would you stop with the Destiny Marathon thing? Holy fuck, man. That is not... This, if anything, pushing it to June 9th proves that it has nothing to do with Marathon. Holy schmuckers. All right, anyway. Sorry, that just triggered me so bad. Again, I'm going to have to close chat. I don't even want to look at it. I forgot what I was even talking about.
Then why a 4-month delay if not for Marathon? Chat asks.
Because.
Because.
Why would you delay it for 4 months? That's crazy.
Your retort is because.
You get out of the way for a month, maybe 2 at the most, not 3 to 4. That's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. And you think they move 600 people over to Marathon to get it out before launch without anybody spilling the secret? No, that's crazy. No. You see how many people are talking to Paul Tassi on the daily, and nobody ever said all 600 people that work on Destiny have been moved over to Marathon to get it out for launch. No, that would have been huge fucking news. Bro, stop saying it. You sound stupid.
Greener.
What?
Be nice. Be nice.
Stop saying it. Wouldn't it be crazy if an article came out that's just like all 600 employees working on Destiny have been working on Marathon since September?
It would be unusual if that were the case.
Yeah. Remember when you want me to explain a 4-month delay on something that should be ready to go? Here, let me reread the entire tweet. The update has been changed and expanded to include a sizable quality of life update, and as such will be renamed because they added the weapon tier upgrading in addition to expanding tier gear to all raids and dungeons, which would be a sizable job to undertake. Pantheon 2.0, we don't even know what that looks like right now. And tier 5 stats on all exotic armors, which they said would not be ready back in July of last year for 1 year after launch of the portal system. Guess what June is? 1 year after launch. What in reality they realized was if they release another piss poor update like Ash and Iron was, when the community is so down in the dumps about Destiny that they decided not to launch Shadow and Order and to expand everything into one major update for June. So when it does come, it's actually going to feel like something sizable and something that the community has been asking for, as opposed to dropping something in a week that has almost no content, much like Ash and Iron did. They don't want to ruin. They don't want to. There's two things to that, and you may think this is Marathon related or whatever you want, but if they do that on the 3rd, if they did that on the 3rd as planned, it would have put Bungie in a really negative spot with the community, and it would have hampered 100% the launch of Marathon on the 5th. So their thought process being, the community's in a tough spot. Shadow and Order as is probably not up to snuff for what they want. Let's roll in all these QOL stuff we've been working on for the last 6 months or 8 months since Edge of Fate dropped, and we said we would do it. Roll it all into one update. Let Marathon launch and get all the goodwill of the community because this game is awesome. And then not let the negativity of how shitty Shadow and Order was ruin that said goodwill that they will have from that. That's my thought process. I don't think at any point the team was like, oh, we need 400 people to make sure Marathon launches, so you can't work on Destiny. No. I think Shadow and Order, the whole plan, the concept of that update, or whatever it was, long before they decided to add these expandable stuff on it, would have been done and released. is they realized their update was shit and didn't want to hurt the launch of Marathon. Now, I will go to bat for that reasoning, but that's not that they stole people from Destiny's development team. Yeah, no, I don't believe it, because we've seen this happen in the past. Back in with BioWare back in the day when Anthem was about to launch, and they had to take everybody off Mass Effect, the next Mass Effect game, to get. Or wait, was it vice versa? I don't know. One of their games was about to launch, and they had to take everybody from Edmonton and the Montreal and the Dallas office and put it on the one game. And it was huge news. There was no way to keep it a secret. Everybody was talking about how BioWare was pulling from all their teams to finish their game and to get it out on the shelves in time. And then it would make the other games suffer. If that happened, somebody would have talked. Somebody would have talked. We've got reporters in the field for this game. That do stuff like this. We got Paul Tassi talking about this delay. We've got other reporters talking about this delay. We got YouTubers talking about this delay. Inside sources telling each of them, probably different inside sources, all about this stuff. And you think that they would be able to keep a secret that half of Destiny's development team was working on Marathon? No. It's just not. It's not a thing. It's not the reason. People who think that, just your brains aren't functioning quite right, I think, when it comes to the thought process there, because there's just no way. There's no way. There, I hope I explained that as best I possibly could. And if you still don't believe me, there's no hope for you.
You feel better?
Yeah, I feel fine.
Okay. I don't think they actually start working on anything until the next expansion ships. So I don't think they even started working on Shadow and Order until Renegades popped. And I don't think they had a lot in the update. And they realized they could not settle for... They could not publish another mediocre update. So they decided they were going to crunch all this quality of life stuff in there. And that stuff has to be pushed back. That's what makes it have to be pushed back. They have said multiple times now that converting gear... A lot of people say, well, it's just converting gear to a system that already exists. It should be easy. But they've said on multiple occasions that moving all of the gear that's not in the tiered system to the tiered system takes a lot of time and effort. It's not just copy some stuff, some data from here and paste it over there. It's not how it works. So,
I mean, I don't know how development works or how any of that stuff works, but I can't imagine with the balancing that this game has to go through, with all the abilities, all the different things, all the physics, all that stuff, like that all ties together into one big thing. It's not just like, yeah, okay, throw them in there and then give each tier a different set of stats. Like, it's not how it works. I don't think that's how it works. And then if it were that easy, then all the raids would have launched with tiered gear, right? All the dungeons would have been tiered gear. Everything would have been, like, it would have all been done if it was easy. You can't say Bungie's just taking our money and sitting there and not doing anything. They have all these employees that are working on stuff every day. If you think Sony would just let them sit around and do nothing, you're out of your mind. You're out of your tree. It's got to be harder than we think it is to do all that stuff. Now, with that said, I hate that this has been delayed till June 9th. I still hate it. I still wanted... yeah, that's fair. And some people are like that. Some people are like, yeah, this is the stuff we've been asking for. Totally reasonable.
Wait. Don't misconstrue it. I don't think it's totally reasonable. I think them having to push it back it just shows a lack of preparedness and a lack of understanding of the state that the game was in. If they needed to push a good update to bring people back in, they should have gotten the resources and put together to do that. I don't give them a pass.
I like that.
I don't give them a pass at all. But I have been let down by Bungie so many times with Destiny shit in the past that I'm immunized to it now. It's whatever. My advice my way of approaching this is, do I like playing Destiny? Yes. Does that mean I have to play Destiny every day for the next 4 months? No. I'll play Destiny when there's cool stuff to play. I touched Destiny one time last week, once, to run a raid that I got cajoled into doing. But that's it. And I'm fine leaving Destiny unplayed for 4 months while I play other things. I was playing Diablo, was having a great time with Diablo, a new season about to come out. And now I don't have to worry about splitting time between two games because the new season's going to come out. I just play Diablo. I've been playing Overwatch for the past 2 weeks. Been having a great time with that. Getting ready to play some comp, and for the first time, gonna do a bunch of that. Great. New Battlefield season just dropped. I got plenty of time to play that if I want. So I mean,
Yeah.
I was thinking about jumping into Diablo 2 since they just dropped a new patch for it out of the blue last week before last. I think it was last week. The plenty of stuff for me. A marathon's coming out. Gonna give that a try for Server Slam. So plenty of stuff.
Okay,
So,
I've been saying this for years. That the problem with Destiny content creators and Destiny players is that they just play too much Destiny. And that if they played less Destiny, they wouldn't be so mad at Destiny for not having enough Destiny content. And now there's a 4-month delay, and all of a sudden you understand?
I mean, listen, I've been punched in the face so much by Destiny, by Bungie, that getting punched in the face now, it's like I got calluses. The nerves are deadened. It doesn't bother me anymore.
All right, chat. All right. I've been trying to convince all y'all this for years, and now you learned it. I don't know when it had nothing to do with me. I give up. I quit. I'm out of here.
I think the people screaming into the void on Twitter, those are the people that are. If you're somebody who feels like you need to just fucking blast Bungie on Twitter and you don't have a blue check mark showing that you're trying to monetize, all the rage baiting you're doing, that I really don't understand what those people are up to. Like,
I think most of them are bots, to be honest. I think
there are a couple of former
some of them are
Bungie,
real.
former Destiny content creators that don't play the game anymore, but 90% of their feed is still just them shitting on Destiny and Bungie. Like Bungie came into their house and fucked their mom right in front of them, while they were staring at the picture of them on the nightstand table, right? You know what I mean? I mean, it's just like, I don't understand what their bone to pick is. They stopped playing the game. They explained why, all right? None of those reasons have changed since then, but they keep coming back. Like, how fucking weirdly parasocially addicted do you gotta be to the fucking game to keep commenting on it literally years after you stop playing it? It's so fucking weird, dude.
It's weird, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. I know. I feel like I know who you're talking about. Because I see them going today. And what is with people's deal? DMG cannot tweet anything without people, like, even if it's just personal shit, without people saying, Destiny 2 sucks. Or your game fucking sucks. Or where's the roadmap? Or what is wrong with people?
I mean, it's the internet. They have anonymity. They've
I
been
know, I just
conditioned
can't
to
help it.
do this kind of shit.
Yeah, but
Like if they
even
saw
with,
him, if they saw him in person, do you think they'd go up to him and be like, "Hey, bitch, where's my roadmap?"
you
No,
know what? I think some of them might because they're fucking
no.
broken.
They'd stand in the corner, in the shadowy corner, just crouch there, looking like fucking Gollum, going, "My roadmap. Where is my roadmap?" All right, that's what they would be doing.
That's the thumbnail, chat. The fucking Golem
Fucking,
is like, roadmap, my precious.
fucking insecure, fucking socially awkward, no real friends. Fucking, I have some other I words I want to use, but I'm not gonna. But you know, basement dwelling weirdos. All right. Anyway, and what Leo just said is true. Even if the roadmap comes up, the very first thing I'm gonna do is being like, "That's the roadmap. That's the roadmap."
No, I get it, absolutely. But what was it today is what I noticed is because the DMG, he tweeted no sleep. The words no sleep. He got no sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever it is. He complains about that sometimes. He probably has, insomnia or some shit. I don't know.
He has sleep apnea, brother.
Sleep apnea. Okay. Isn't that when you can't breathe when you're sleeping?
It's when you stop breathing. When you sleep, your body just doesn't breathe the way it's supposed to. Leads to heart conditions, which he has, incidentally.
Okay. Anyway, the third reply with 261 likes is no roadmap.
Yeah. Fucking weirdo.
Like, oh, and then a screenshot of we need to build momentum and maintain it. Let's fucking do this.
That guy is gonna. That guy would come to this podcast after watching it and post the meme of defend $1 billion company, bro. You know,
leave my $1 billion company alone. That's the one. The guy with the knife.
yeah.
Yeah. I'd be stressed out if an impending layoff was looming as well. Release the roadmap. May be able to help you sleep better. Like, this stuff's so fucked up. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, after that awful update on the game, I wouldn't sleep either. So fucked up. These people are fucking.
You know. I hope these people think what these people think about is the fact that brother's still getting paid to post that shit. He's making probably plenty of money doing the job he does to put up with whatever their nonsense is.
Makes
all right,
whatever they make.
He's got to put that little thread out there and let them bitch and moan about it all they want because they're clearly still watching. They're clearly still interacting with everything Bungie does. They're making Bungie a little bit of money off all those interactions they give them on Twitter anyway. So if it makes them feel good, I guess, to go shit on people, who the fuck cares? I mean, people still go after Hippie about shit going on in Destiny today. Like, she hasn't worked for the company for literally years now. What's going on, man?
That's well, I don't know if that's true or not, but all I ever see Hippie do nowadays, I still follow her, but it's just reply on like Republican.
She shit posts too, for sure.
That's all I ever see anymore. But on Republican congressmen, and then she'll reply on it with some nasty comment, and then that's it. That's all I see anymore. Makes me wonder: does she talk about anything else? I'm curious.
I don't know. I don't follow her, so I don't know.
Okay. I'm just like, damn. I'm pretty sure she's still like a social media manager, but she doesn't. She doesn't do any of that social stuff on her account anymore, where she used to. She's probably smart. I don't know why that brought that. Well, you said her name, so I thought about that. Also, I'm looking at a picture on Twitter right now of. You remember the? We're not getting political, chat. I just happen to be talking about.
He's getting political, chat.
No. Do you remember some of the JD Vance memes that came out? All the weird
Yeah,
looking faces. So there's one
yeah.
of them that looks exactly like Peanut. And
Yes, I
they have.
posted. I posted that. I posted
Oh,
that in
you
Apex
did.
chat a few weeks ago. Yeah.
I'm just looking at it on Twitter right now. Speranza Intel, which is the Arc Raiders fan account, just posted well, and the two
Mm-hmm.
pictures beside each other. It's really
Yep.
funny.
Yep.
But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
anyway,
Mm-hmm.
that's what he sounds like. Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thumbnail title: Green gets political. No. We're not doing politics anymore. Ever. Um. Anyway, yeah. And that reminded me is what was I? So I was looking at Destiny 2's concurrent numbers today because I don't know, it was like 15,000 on Steam.
Yep.
And it made me look into some other numbers. And holy fuck, Counter Strike is popular.
Yep.
No wonder that game just like never dies. 1.5 million like concurrents randomly. There's no update or anything. Just so many people playing the game. Anyway, Borderlands 4 is in pretty rough shape. Yeah.
That's because the game is garbage.
Hey, it's one of the games in our categories. Be nice.
Well,
Anyway,
I'm not saying the people choosing to play it are garbage. There's plenty of bad games. I play some bad games. That doesn't mean they're good games. But Borderlands 4 is objectively.
it's better than Borderlands 3.
I was about to say objectively it's worse than Borderlands 3, but I'm gonna walk that back.
I disagree.
I don't think
a lot.
it's any better than Borderlands 3. I think most of the problem though is the support it's been given and how its rollout went, rather than necessarily the game itself.
Well, what's wrong with that? I'm wondering too. What's people's issue? Like, I mean, you had the main game launch, and then you had like a small DLC, and then a small DLC, and then there's supposed to be a major story DLC. They had the roadmap laid out for everybody. It's not a secret or a mystery.
People were apparently expecting more than what they got.
And then they got even small events, in between that weren't the story or major deal, or what were they called? What was it? It launched today. Is the fucking name of it? Can't remember it. Hold on. They call it the Bounty Pack. So the roadmap was Bounty Pack 1, Bounty Pack 2, major story DLC, and then little updates in between. Like I don't know. It wasn't a mystery, and it's just people play games too much. All right, and they get mad because there's not enough content.
People want to.
My point was their numbers were like 5.5K, and I was just like, holy shit. That game
number one,
like
Joe,
6 months
I
ago.
did not say that. I specifically did not say that. Thank you very much. And two, people want to main games. Like when they get into a game, and especially if it's a franchise they like, they want to main a game. If it's if it's a service game, that's what they want. And in order for that for a lot of people apparently to feel good, they have to have this conveyor of like big ass content drops. Otherwise, they feel like their time isn't being respected.
You want to know what's really funny? It's a perfect example. It's there is a little bit of a conveyor belt of content there. Clearly not fast enough for content creators or people with no lives or whatever it happens to be. But I was just talking about Counter-Strike being the number one game on Steam, like 1.4 million concurrent users or whatever it is.
Yeah.
No content ever comes out for that game.
Yeah, but there's a lot of gambling around that game.
Okay, but the point is, like, how long between Counter-Strike Source, or not Source, but Counter-Strike Global Offensive and Counter-Strike 2 was? It was like fucking 12 years or something. You get a map every once in a while. But then most of the time, all you get is brand new. It's like, here's a brand new case that you can spend $3 and get a random gun skin, and all the gun skins are new. That's their content. It's
Well,
here.
listen.
Here is 20 new skins. Pay $3 to get a random one. That's their content, and somehow that game is the most popular game on Steam. But people are giving shit to Gearbox. They're giving shit to Bungie. They're giving shit to Embark for not putting out enough content when they're literally pumping out content every month to their games. It's wild what people want.
Well,
Wild.
listen. All I know is that Jeffrey Epstein was interested in Counter-Strike esports, but wasn't interested in anything else. So I don't know what that tells you about Counter-Strike community. Anyway.
What the fuck does that have to do with Counter-Strike?
I mean, listen, it attracts some kind of people. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I like Counter-Strike. I'm not a child molester. All right.
No. He was using that for embezzlement. He was using that for money laundering.
You sure he wasn't just selling a skin and then something else came?
I mean, that's not where I was going. I was talking about the embezzlement.
I thought maybe he was just utilizing the whole system to sell his product.
No.
Okay.
Digital goods is apparently a good way to clean money.
Oh, it is. Absolutely. 100%. Why not? Go buy a 15... I know he's probably embezzling millions, but you could go buy a dragon lore for like $30,000 and then resell it for $28,000. That's a perfect way to launder money. The payment's only $2,000, and you get $28,000 of clean money. Yeah, fucking right. Let's go.
So there you go. The moral of the story is Counter-Strike's so popular because there's a lot of money launderers playing it.
All right. Well then,
that's a joke.
Right.
That's a joke for the internet. Please don't sue me, Valve.
It might be true now that you mention it. But okay, so what's PUBG doing right?
I have no idea.
Because they're like second on the list or third. I can't remember what it was here. Let me Steam DB. Oh no, it's Dota 2 and then Arc Raiders. Oh, PUBG took a hit for earlier. Never mind. They were way up like third or fourth, but yeah, shit. It's right now. It's Counter-Strike, Dota, and Arc Raiders, and then Grand Theft Auto like multiplayer mods. 5M. Most people probably don't know what that means, but 5M. Marvel Rivals, Rust, Overwatch. Oh yeah, I was gonna say what, the original, but they rebranded. That's right. I forgot. Bongo Cat. And then PUBG. Deadlock's doing really well too. I didn't know Deadlock was that popular. 94,000. That's the Valve one, right?
Yeah. It's the third-person shooter MOBA. Game.
But the Valve one. I didn't know it was doing it that well. Huh. Yeah, 94,000 players. I mean, that's good. That's fucking good. I mean, it's not the 1.4 million that Counter-Strike had, but it's pretty good. Anyway, but no, for example, PUBG had 476,000 concurrent players within the last 24 hours at some time, which is the third most on this list. What are they doing? They're not dropping content every week. Fuck, how many maps are in PUBG? 4? It's been out for 10 years. My point is, like, the most popular games on here aren't games that put out regular content.
Yeah.
So
I understand.
The fact that people bitch and moan about the amount of content is crazy. There's lots of games that don't have that much content that are so popular.
Those games you just listed are almost all, well, they're all primarily PvP experiences though as well. So keep that in mind. So it's not exactly a one-to-one comparison.
Snore. What else were we talking about? Okay, yeah, Borderlands. I forgot what we were talking about. Yeah, that makes sense. PvE content. Okay, well then fucking put more into Crucible. Destiny or Bungie? Come on.
It makes even less sense if you consider that the games that people bitch about the most from terms of live service are primarily PvE. When There are literally a million single player games. If you're a PvE main, brother, there are so many PvE games out there that are single player or are like you can play them with a small group of friends that will give you hours and hours and hours and hours of content to go play. And then you're done and you can move on with the next one. But bro, people want to have ownership of they want to feel like they have ownership of something like they're building into something. I think that's being able to come back and continue to play a game and build and change and whatever with your character. There's some appeal to that. I feel like people want that. But I don't think it's possible for any company to keep up with the demand that the internet has for fresh content all the time. I don't think it works because inevitably, like these are the same people that when new content drops, they're gonna play like 12 hours on a Saturday, another 8 on Sunday. They're gonna finish the content, and then on Monday they're gonna be like, "Why no content, Bungo?" Or whatever company, you know. So.
Yep.
And then if there's some punishing grind in there, they're also going to be like, "Why aren't you respecting my time with your grind requirements, Bungo?" Conversely, even though that grind is the content, you know. What are you looking at?
Nothing. Why?
Uh-huh. Yeah. You're looking at something.
Nope.
Feel like it's a good thing you don't have your glasses on right now.
I don't have glasses. I have good vision. All right, let's get off this topic and talk more about other things, Destiny. Because all we're right now is we're bouncing back and forth between all these shitty games that are terrible. Yeah. Okay, no,
let's talk about the tweet that came out about
which tweet?
Future TWIDs.
No, in a minute. There's this other. I don't know where this came from, but it's DMG. I think it's from Reddit.
Okay.
It says, our current plan is to upgrade armor across all RAD content to the tier system. What does RAD content mean?
Raid and dungeon.
Okay, thanks. Weapons from dungeons will also be tiered starting in June. As for raids, crafted variants of weapons already exist. To elevate those, we're embracing the power of the tiered weapons. We'll be upgrading crafted versions and adept variants as well, with new perks and ways to enhance columns to match that of tier 5 weapons. We'll have details much closer to launch. So just a little bit of extra information towards extra confirmation, really, I guess, towards like it literally saying, you know, all rated dungeon content will be upgraded to the system, which it doesn't really
seems
say
like you may not have to go and regrind your crafted weapons if you
that too
for new patterns. You'll mostly be going into dungeons to grind out armor if it's got good perks that you want.
You're cutting out.
You will mostly be going into the raids to grind out armor if it has good set bonuses that you would like.
What happens when you're doing that? Like, are you just leaning back in your chair, or?
Yes. Okay. I'm talking, and then I'm leaning, and now I'm further away from my mic, and I might cut out now because. See, did it just cut out? Yeah, that's because my voice goes a little bit lower, and then all of a sudden my model stops moving. Yeah.
Stop relaxing, wrecked.
See. All right, it's high energy all the time. Energy.
That was too loud. Now I'm sad.
Sorry.
I gotta call.
Apologize to Tribal if he's here.
He was there. Anyway, I gotta call it tier 3 because tier 3s are huge. Thank you so much, Joe. Appreciate that. 30 buns. I was going to read your question because it was a tier 3 sub, but now I'm not going to read.
Let me summarize. Joe is asking, hey, you think Bungie will ever put Gooner content in Destiny in order to keep things interesting?
I mean, they should. I bet it would bring a lot of other people back. because some gamers are just straight up degenerates. And if they, you can see booty and boobies in Destiny, people would come flocking back.
I have thoughts, but
It'll
piss off too many. It'll piss off way too many people.
Okay, well then don't say it. I don't think they should do it. I was joking. I bet if they put out something scandalous in Eververse, though, it would make a shit ton of money.
Yep.
Would you prefer? That's a tier 3.
Pixels are so attractive.
Would you prefer, the shit that you're seeing, that you hate, Fortnite, Fortniteification in Destiny 2, or slutty Eververse outfits? Which one?
Neither.
Neither.
I would rather throw myself off a beam in Roblox than deal with either one.
Fair enough.
If we had Gooner skins ever show up in Destiny, that would actually be it. I'd be done. It'd be over. I would step away.
That seems like such a dumb reason to walk away from the game, though, because it's still the exact same game.
It doesn't. No,
it's no not. Different. It's no different.
No. Every step they take towards making money in a game in that way, they take one step away from what kept me in the game all this time. It wasn't just the gameplay; it was also the world they were building. And so the further and further they move away from that, the less and less I'm interested.
Fair enough. I don't think Bungie has any interest in. That's not going to happen. And if it does, I'd be legitimately surprised. But.
Imagine just in 4 months, Bungie's like, we've introduced new jiggle physics, Movie of the week is just one of your characters walking or climbing up and down a ladder for 5 minutes, Stellar Blade style.
Stellar Blade was actually a fun game, though.
Okay. I played it. I didn't really enjoy it. It wasn't for me.
No?
And not from a Gooner perspective, even though that, that's not my thing. Like, I didn't enjoy the actual gameplay itself.
But that's what I was talking about, the actual gameplay.
It felt like...
Not the
It felt
perspective.
It felt like casual Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's fair. I will give you that 100%. But casual Dark Souls is kind of fun.
There's
Not every game has to be actual Dark Souls.
There's these 3 levels of those kind of action games. There's your regular action game, like a God of War, a current God of War.
Yeah.
Then there's the games that fucking hate you and want you to die, like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, or whatever. And then there's the shit in the middle that is not an action game, but not quite Dark Souls. So it's got like some of the fun casual action game stuff, but every once in a while, like something's gonna show up and just beat your ass out of nowhere and not give you a chance. But then after it happens that one time, it becomes a pushover. So I don't know. I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the vibe. If it had leaned one way or the other, it would have been a better game for me personally. But it was whatever. I also did not like. I played through it long enough to get to a couple of cutscenes.
You don't watch the cutscenes.
And the
story's terrible.
The story was like, what am I watching? Like,
your story's not good. No.
This is some weird shit.
No. Whoever wrote that is weirdo. But the gameplay was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, no, I platinum that. So when I platinum a game, it's good. Straight up.
Okay.
I never waste my time on playing a game. And those are that's a game that you have to play multiple times to platinum. So that's a rare case for me, chat. We don't do that a lot around here. Not anymore. Okay. All right. Somehow we talked about Destiny for like an hour.
We're not done yet. We can't leave yet.
I know.
We have one more thing to talk about.
My point is, I don't know how we did that. I had a bunch of other stuff lined up, the Xbox and the State of Play and all the good stuff that's coming, gaming wise, not just Destiny.
I mean, Xbox is dead, just like Destiny, so it's fun.
Bro, do we really think that? Because like Microsoft, in my opinion, has been shit in the bed for like at least a generation and a half. Do we think getting rid of the person that was in charge of it is going to kill it? Because they've been doing a terrible job. They're the ones that introduced all the initiative and this huge studio with all these big studio heads, and they were going to make this amazing game, and they were going to branch out and make all these amazing Microsoft games. And then literally everything got canceled, and they disbanded that shit like 6 years after they implemented it, and they never released one game.
The new leadership coming in is going to go one of two ways, all right? They're either going to
back to Xbox.
They're going to either lean into publishing titles for all systems harder than they are now, or they're going to try to backtrack and return to making Xbox its own ecosystem. But I think that ship has already sailed. I think it's too late. I think it's too late to fix that. I don't think somebody coming in there and doing that is going to fix anything quickly. I think it's going to take forever. They're certainly not going to do it with the generation of consoles we have now, and probably not the next generation of consoles that drop either. I would be highly skeptical of them being able to pull that off.
That's what she's going to do, in my opinion. We're going back to Destiny, back to Xbox being its own platform. Things aren't going to launch everywhere anymore. All they got to do is buckle down. They got to not do a DC, which is what Phil Spencer did, and they got to do a Marvel. Okay? They got to take the time, spend the money, launch everything when it's ready. Don't go and make your Batman movie, your Superman movie, and then make a Justice League movie right away. No. Take your time. Build your shit out. Enjoy it. Okay? And if they do that for the next gen...
want their money right now, Greener.
I don't give a fuck what investors want.
Well, who do you think... What do you think is driving the decisions they're making right now?
I would look at them all and I'd be like, listen, did you guys like everything Phil was doing? Because you're asking exactly for me to do the exact same shit when all that shit failed. All right?
Yeah. And what the people that are in those shareholder calls are going to say is, well, if you can't give me anything that's going to show me that there is going to be a return on our investment that increases by this amount this year, we're going to take our money somewhere else.
I'd be like, I can give you $8 this year, or I can give you $10 billion next year. Yeah. What do you want?
Yeah. And they're going to call their bluff and take their money somewhere else.
Well, then I would just get new investors. Fuck them. It's a public company.
And then what's
going to
happen?
That shit, no problem.
And then when that happens, the leadership at Microsoft is going to be like, this doesn't look good. Maybe we need to make another change.
No, fuck that. No. I would stick to my guns, and I would ask them to believe that we can do it or get someone else. Yeah, absolutely. That's just how I would do it. But I'm sure she already made her pitch before she even got hired. And she's chosen either one of those two things. And if you've made your pitch to go all in on back the way it's supposed to be, because all you have to do, in reality, if you had enough time in a perfect world and you didn't have to deal with investors, all you'd have to do is come up with a line of 5 to 10 games all coming out in the span of like 4 years. One every couple months after another that are complete fucking bangers, all Xbox exclusives, and Xbox will be back. Just like that. That's only going to cost you like, I don't know, $1 billion. That's not that much.
Okay,
right?
bro.
Well, it's not. In reality, fuck. They just spent $800 million on Avatar 3. One movie. One movie. Give me 5 years and $1 billion, and I will fix Xbox right now.
I work for a company.
Just invest. Invest in me, baby.
I work for a company that's value every year is around $23 billion. Okay. They care about $50,000 fuck up just as much as they do about six-figure.
Your company sounds like it's fucking stupid.
Issues. No, I think it's pretty normal to be
honest. I just gave $7,000 away to somebody. My boss was like, meh. Literally today.
Okay, bro.
It's true.
Okay.
That happened, real.
I understand.
Greener sounding like the people on D2 Twitter right now. No, listen. I understand that they... No, I'm not.
Okay, bro.
Well, I'm not. Those people think Destiny's budget is like $1 billion, which it's not. Listen, Destiny is... Our Bungie's only was a $3 billion company. I doubt it's worth that much anymore. So, Microsoft is like a $1 trillion company. Okay? Like, they just bought Activision and absorbed it for $69 billion.
It doesn't change the fact that they don't think $1 million is a rounding error. Some people seem to think that, but that is not the reality of business.
My point is $1 billion, you could invest $1 billion into something with a company that size. And they would be able to do it, and it wouldn't hurt them if it failed.
They're only going to give her a couple of years to turn things around.
She needs 5 years. You can't turn anything around in a couple of years. Good Lord. Yeah. Especially considering what Phil closing the initiative and canceling all those games. Like, unless they try to bring them back. Perfect Dark looked good. I don't know what the fuck happened. There must not have been much other than that snippet they showed at Gamescom. But that snippet looked great. But the problem is they'd been working on that game for like 5 or 6 years. So if there wasn't much to it and they decided to cancel it, what? If you're on the fence about
it might have not been that there wasn't much to it. It might have been that they wanted so much in the game that they didn't want to invest any more money in it right now. That could have been. Like, I work in projects. There are times where the business will get to a point where they'll say, yeah, we've already spent this number of millions of dollars on this particular project, but we don't like where it's going right now, so we're just going to stop doing it altogether. And all that effort just goes out the window. So it happens. Now what are you doing? You're looking at your phone, aren't you?
No.
You just hear his phone hit the desk, people? I know I did. Anyway, shall we talk about the other tweet today?
Which one?
Are you still looking at your phone?
Remind me.
The one about the future of the TWID.
Oh. Yeah, sure. Let me bring it up. DMG. And it was from yesterday. I told you that earlier.
I don't care. Just read the fucking tweet.
All right. It says, we noted yesterday that TWIDs will be far more focused on community activations and in-game calendar for a bit. During our somewhat quiet time, are there any activities you'd like to see challenges for? Dungeon runs, raid challenges are always fun, but we would love to hear from you. And of course, we'll let you know when we're ramping into more news about the June update.
Okay, so read between the lines. There is not shit going on with Destiny for months.
Months until May at least. TWIDs are going to be dog shit. Is basically what they're saying. They're going to add these little things in that they've been doing: 20 minutes equilibriums, little this, little that. You know, what was the one before that? Solo Warlords.
The Dark Age Hunt or whatever.
Right, yeah, with glaives and shit.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's going to be more of this stuff sprinkled throughout, and then we get, Guardian games. We'll get Guardian games information. We'll get Iron Banner information. Hopefully Iron Banner's good since it's been gone so long. Hopefully they actually did something to it, but who are we kidding? You know what I mean? All right, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So the point of the matter was basically TWIDs have been nothing, TWIDs have been nothing, TWIDs have been nothing, TWIDs were still nothing. And then finally they tweeted about the delay instead of writing a big article about it, which probably would have pissed people off a little less, but it's fine. And then they had a twid about the tweet and then nothing in the twid but art. So DMG had to speak up and be like, yeah, just an FYI. I mean, we said it yesterday, but basically, there's not going to be any information in the TWIDs. They're going to be dog shit. We'll have some cool community challenges for you to run in between Iron Banner and Guardian games. Talk to you soon. Peace. Yeah. So. Good times, right?
Yeah. Good time to play something else.
That's right. We got lots of stuff going on in the Discord, guys. Make sure to check it out. Lots of fun games, lots of things to do, lots of activities. And you'll notice our weekly and monthly giveaways went from silver to gift cards. That is not a coincidence. Who wants to buy anything in Destiny right now? That reminds me, they stopped all those little things too, right?
What little things?
Well, we were getting Ghost of Tsushima, we were getting fucking Horizon, we were getting all this, and then we got like a ton of the Star Wars stuff, and then there's nothing.
Well, I assume they couldn't put anything else up while Renegades is going on. I imagine their contract with
LucasArts.
It just flew out of my head. But I assume their licensing deal for all the Star Wars stuff probably required them not to be doing other licensing deals while that DLC is active. I mean, that's just me guessing, but
yeah, maybe
that would make sense.
That's too bad. I like some of that stuff. Like, I don't like it all, but I like some of it. I love the Horizon set. I still wear that shit. I don't have it on right now. I got like the fucking Mandalorian stuff, or Boba Fett. I can't remember. Whatever.
What are you doing?
Well, I don't know, man. And my ADHD is acting up. Leave me alone. All right.
Okay.
I need to drink some coffee or something. Drink some water. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so as of information actually in the TWID, we're celebrating the new year.
I don't give a shit about anything that's in the TWID. There's anything in there.
But there's 880 free Bright Dust, wrecked.
Maybe I will log into the game to get my free Bright Dust.
Maybe so he doesn't care about nothing in the TWID. But that's in the TWID. Did you also know the Taken Shader was in the Bright Dust store?
Yes, I did. Did you also know that there's
another
update to the new player experience?
I don't care about that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, but for real, there's 880 Bright Dusts in Eververse right now. That's free. You just go get it. There's the Taken Shader. There's the last armor piece, the Taken chest piece, and the class item is all in the store. I know a lot of people miss that, so you might want to grab it. That's all I got for you. Make sure to get it. Make sure to get it. Make sure to get it.
All right, great.
So we don't get to talk about State of Play, man. That's too sad. There's a lot of good games in there. Go check it out. Also, if you haven't played Spider-Man 2, it's free next month on PlayStation Plus. That's all I got. That wasn't an ad, by the way. I was just really excited because I said to myself, that game is too much like the original. I'm not going to spend, in Canada, with taxes and everything, it's basically $100 for a new game.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to spend $100 on a slight upgrade. And maybe I'm being derivative of the game, and I apologize. I haven't played it yet. But I'm excited to get into it now that it's going to be on PlayStation Plus, because I'm going to play it now. So I've been waiting for it, is my point, to come to PlayStation Plus.
Is it coming to regular PlayStation Plus, or is it coming to premium PlayStation Plus?
I don't know. I have the highest one, so when I hear something's coming, I automatically get it. So it's the one where you get... Well, no, it just says new on... It's not even the monthly games. It's just new on PlayStation Plus. Okay. I don't know what category has that.
All right.
In it. Oh, there is one thing I want to talk about. Did you see the trailer for Project Windless?
No.
The giant fucking chicken fighter?
No.
Oh, man, you gotta watch that shit. It looks great. Anyone else see that in chat? Fuck, I feel like I should almost show it to you. It's crazy good. Did you ever play Dynasty Warriors back in the day?
A little bit.
You know what it is, though? It's like just like thousands of people, and you're like beating the shit out of them.
I am currently watching the trailer.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say, imagine that, but with a giant fucking chicken. It looks awesome.
Okay, we're watching. There's a lady crying blood, holding a beating heart.
Well, if you're watching, then I have to show everyone else.
The bird that drinks tears.
All right, chat. We all have to watch it. Stand by. I gotta set up my thing. I don't know if the audio works. We're gonna find out. The audio definitely works. Alright, AverMedia.
Yep, that's a chicken dude. Well, this game is definitely going to appeal to a certain kind of person, for sure.
Check this out, chat.
We are the children of water, born of the goddess. You filthy creatures, faithless, soulless, unclean. This world was never yours to keep. How dare you stand in the way of purity? Little king.
That was a chicken fighting a giant monkey.
It's a giant chicken, chat.
Yeah, this is definitely Dynasty Warriors with extra cock.
It looks good. Oh, it looks smooth though. Looks like good fighting. If you're a fan of that, just like the tons of enemies and just like absolutely demolish them.
I feel like the rooster dude not having black feathers was kind of a miss, but you know, whatever.
Stop taking it so weird. Look, mounts, chat.
If you're gonna be playing a rooster dude, you might as well be playing a big black. You know?
If we've learned anything from gamers over the last couple of years, is they want things that they can relate to.
All right. I'd have expected that rooster dude to be a little bit smaller than me, but you know, whatever.
Yeah,
anyway.
he should have been smaller for sure. Like a foot high. It would have been more interesting too, to watch like a tiny like midget chicken kill all these people.
Like an actual chicken-sized chicken going down into the area.
Oh, I bet she's a bitch. Anyway, Crafton is making this. Solid.
All right.
Anyway, it was one of the surprises of the show that I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It actually looks good. It's crazy. And it's a giant chicken. So I was also excited. I was just gonna hit these really fast. I was excited for the Metal Gear Solid 4 and the Peace Walker being brought to this gen because I haven't been able to play 4 since PlayStation 3, and I never played Peace Walker because it was stuck on that fucking handheld thing, Sony thing, right? By the way, I probably never mentioned that. I'm a huge fan of the Metal Gear franchise. Huge fan. Marathon.
I liked it before it got too weird for me. Like, it was good up until a certain point, and then it got really fucking weird, and I was like, all right.
It never wasn't weird.
There's this at a certain point, too much Kojima was showing, and I had to step back.
That's crazy. The more Kojima that shows, the better. That's why Death Stranding is incredible.
I like watching Death Stranding, but I can't play it. Like
when I played the first Death Stranding, and like you got to the girl who had like the dead invisible ghost baby, I was like, oh, Kojima, oh man, and that she was attached. It was attached by the invisible fucking black cord that was all like shit. And you could only see when your thing was going, and it followed it. Oh man, I was like, yeah, let's go. I love that shit. That's why Kojima's the best. His brain doesn't work like normal humans. Also, somehow he discovered one of the most popular or one of the most famous women in Hollywood right now.
Yeah. I mean, no doubt Death Stranding's got some great cutscenes, even if it's weird.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I get some of it is weird. Some of it's a little bit too weird for me. And I agree, but overall experience is incredible. And usually the gameplay is just fucking top notch. Like
Metal Gear went from like an action game I enjoyed playing with a little bit of weirdness to just being way too tongue for me on too much of it, and it kind of lost me.
Which one?
Whatever. So the last Metal Gear I tried to play was the one where you are the ninja dude.
Oh, that doesn't count. That's not a Metal Gear game.
It still is a Metal Gear game.
We're talking mainline Metal Gear games.
When you were playing Old Man Snake and he was all like white haired, that one had too many like.
To be fair,
there were too many jokes, too many.
That's fair, but to also be fair, that's the second last one. So the two that I was talking about came long before them. So, or wait, no, not both of them. 4 is the one you're talking about. But
I remember having a good time with Metal Gear. The very first time, I forget
Peace
which
Walker
one it
was way earlier than 4.
You had to like switch controllers. The mechanic was had to switch a controller.
That was 1.
Like,
yeah.
That was cool. That was cool stuff.
Yeah.
No. Metal Gear 1 was on the NES, sir. I know because I played it on the NES.
We were talking Metal Gear Solid games, not Metal Gear games. Come on, get out your ass. Yes, the original was on Nintendo. But here, also, more information. There was a Metal Gear 2, but then there was a Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which one was made by Kojima and one was unlicensed ripoff. And a lot of people don't know because the Solid Snake one, which was the unlicensed ripoff, was the one that came out in America. So everyone thought that was the actual sequel when it wasn't. Information. I know it all. Don't you worry. It's all in here. It's all in this brain of mine. Anyway, so. Yes, I know the originals came out for Nintendo a long time ago. Back in the day. But if we're talking about the mainline series, when shit started getting really weird, it was Metal Gear Solid. And then Metal Gear Solid 2. 1 was a little bit weird, but it wasn't too much. 2 was even a little bit more weirder because then we had people with luck and we had vampires. And then at the end of the game, the whole system turned on us. Even all the people that you were there, and they started talking about runky funky chickens and doodle bop McJigger blobs. And we were like, what? And it turns out it was all AI that was malfunctioning, which was very reminiscent of today. which was funny. And then Metal Gear 3. That one was not that weird, but it was a little weird. And then 4 was wild. It was just batshit crazy. And then 5, they didn't let him finish it, but it was the best out of all of them, which makes me mad. It had such a good story. The gameplay was the best out of all the Metal Gear games. It was hands down the best out of all the Metal Gear games. And then everything goes off the rails because he wasn't allowed to finish what he wanted to do. So they just had to throw in filler shit and close out the game. There's a whole act that they didn't do in that game that takes place in another map. So if you ever played that game, you start off on one map, you go to the other map, and then there's supposed to be another map where the end of the story happens. But the end of the story never happens because Konami said, get this game out the fucking door and then you're fired. And that's what happened. And we never got a proper ending to the series. Well, we did, because we got 4, which was the actual ending to the series. But we never got a proper ending to 5, which was the last game made in the series. So, makes me sad. And I'll never forgive Konami for that. Fuck you, Konami. Oh, shit! That reminds me. There's a new... They announced a new fucking... Castlevania game that looks incredible. Never mind. I don't hate Konami anymore. I'm gonna play the shit out of this. Aren't you excited for a new Oh wait, do you like Castlevania games? Did you like Symphony of the Night? Like arguably the best Castlevania game ever made.
Yes, I do like Castlevania games up until they were no longer side scrollers. I haven't enjoyed any
the
of
3D
the
ones.
of the free roam.
There's only 2 of them, and they're garbage. But absolutely. But this definitely looks like it goes back to form. Belmont's Castle, 2D, Castlevania, back and forth, weapons, activities, awesome, secret endings. It's going to be... I don't know if all that stuff is in it, but I assume, they're making a Castlevania game in 2D. It's all going to bring all that stuff back. I can't wait to give it a try. It's funny how I was going into how much I hate Konami, and then I was like, oh yeah, I totally forgot they announced this at the State of Play.
And now they're forgiven. Yeah.
I'm I'm all in. They finally made another 2D Castlevania game. Let's fucking go. So excited. I played those Bloodstained Curse of the Moons, and they're fun and whatnot, and they're like spiritual successors, and they're really fun and they're good, but nothing just... I just hope this is good, because that probably doesn't have any of the original leads or game directors or any of that stuff, the people that actually made it special. But I hope they put the right people in place that take that information, that old information, and translate it into current technology, but in a 2D form, and just make something incredible. I can't wait. Anyway, there was a lot of other stuff on there I can't wait for. Looks good. Saros, I can't wait for. Fuck that shit, looks awesome. But I loved Returnal too, so we all know Resident Evil Requiem's coming out. I love Resident Evil games. The Silent Hill trailer, that trolled the shit out of me. I even tweeted about it because I was like, hey, this feels like Silent Hill. And then they took the blanket off of the town sign and it was something else. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking trolly. And then it was a Silent Hill game. I was like, oh, well, never mind. It was. Everything looks great. The Star Wars Racer game, that looks awesome. I hope it's good. I hope all this shit is good. I can't wait. Anyway, whatever. I would have talked more about all that stuff, but we actually had content to talk about, and now we're overtime. So let's I guess finish up and get out of here.
All right. I have a couple of things to talk about. As much as I've said tonight that there isn't much to do in Destiny, and that's true if you've run through the content already, that's not going to stop us from trying to give you things to do. Sitting behind me is our next event. You're getting a little preview of it now. It'll be announced on Sunday. but we are returning to Zero to Hero. The last Zero to Hero we did was for dungeons, and it was done mostly as an experiment to see, what kind of modifications to how you can collect gear would work and how, what would make it too easy. We've taken the information that we collected during that event, the feedback we collected, and we have used it to craft our actual Zero to Hero event. So Zero to Hero is going to be an 8-week event where you will take a team of 6 Guardians using only a single character and starting with all blue, white, and green gear and run through all of the dungeons and all of the raids in any order you like, collecting gear as you go. We'll get into the specifics, on Sunday. That's where I'll start to share everything. But there's 22, 23 different activities to run through. You will earn rewards dependent on how much you engage. The more you play, the more reward you will earn. It's not competitive in the sense of the rewards you earn, are the same rewards everybody can earn. There will be loyalty points. There will be a prize drawing. You will get tickets for it. It is going to incentivize you for foregoing exotics altogether. It's going to incentivize you for strategizing character composition with your team. It's going to incentivize you for doing master content. And it's also going to incentivize you to make sure your team is not just from your own clan. There will be some big incentives to encourage people to make multi-clan teams. So that will be going on. It'll take 8 weeks. Hopefully it's a success. Hopefully people have a good time with it. We've got Crimson Days tomorrow. This will probably come out after Crimson Days has happened, but it's whatever. And then we will be doing something with Guardian Games and something with Iron Banner coming up, just so people have some Destiny things to do if they choose to engage with it. Oh, Zero to Hero is also going to have a leaderboard. Now, I know I just said that it's not really a competitive event, but we are going to put a leaderboard out there that's going to show the teams and how many of the activities they've managed to clear. And then we'll try to keep that as updated as we can, as often as we can. I'm working with Hoppy right now to put something in the bot that will allow it to update live as soon as things are reported in. But if you're the kind of group that wants to be first, well, you'll be able to have a leaderboard to show you whether or not you got it all done before anybody else. So there you go. That's what I got for events coming up.
Holy moly! All right, that's so much stuff. Imagine all these things to do. Was that thunder? Was what thunder?
I don't know.
There's no thunder. I guess I have headphones on. Maybe there was thunder. But it's wintertime. It doesn't thunder in the winter. Is it thundering in Arizona?
Nope.
Maybe there's thunder at your house, Devil.
My wife is playing Spelunky in the background, but
I don't know. Maybe something played on my computer that I don't know about. I don't have the audio from this computer playing in my headphones, so maybe.
All right, well. Outro?
Yeah, I think so. I don't have anything going on. Catastrophe stream next Saturday. I'll remind you next week, I guess. Did anyone else hear chat? Devil's worried that he's going insane. All right. Anyway, yeah, I can't wait for Bose tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Extra people should show up. You guys are awesome. Anyway, we'll see you then. And Ace says he heard thunder too. It's something I must have something. I had something open on my computer, I guess. I wouldn't worry about it. As long as there's no thunder now, right? Okay, cool. All right. Thank you so much for watching episode 140 of This Week at Shrouded. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Had a fun time. We actually talked a lot about Destiny and what's coming in 3 months. What's coming, leading up to the 3 months. I'll be a little generous. And some other stuff, Xbox, Sony, and even some Borderlands in there somewhere too. It's a good time. Good chat. Had a blast. I was your host, A Greener. Thanks to Mr. Rex for being here, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
My roadmap.
Yes.